Arshad, please do the recording.
Ma'am, the recording has already been set to on, so I think now we can start.
Over to you, Khushi. Thank you.
Thank you so
All the
much,
best.
ma'am. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. And now I think we should start. So, hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. And welcome to the grand finale of AmiHacks 2021, the software edition. This hackathon could not have been better. And for that, we would like to extend our gratitude to each and every one of you who attended this and made this a big success. But before moving on, let's also welcome our whole set of panelists and our whole set of judges. Thank you so much for joining us today and giving us your time. It's a whole pleasure for the whole team of AmiHacks to have you with us today. But I think before moving on, we cannot move on without thanking our faculty coordinators, Dr. Sujata and Dr. Madhuri, and the whole CRC team for helping us out whenever we got stuck and for making this hack a big success throughout. Thank you so much, ma'am, for making this hack a big success. And now this hackathon has been a lot of fun, right? But let's just move on to the few glimpses of it. AmiHacks had already set up its bar with a grand opening ceremony and receiving almost 490 plus registrations on Hacker Earth. And then the real fun was when we had a huge, amazing set of pre-hackathon activities planned with our leading tech leaders from the leading tech industries, and the people and the speakers have been nice enough that they would be able to guide and set our students through a whole new set of exposure. And we had an amazing set of mentors where we have national as well as international mentors. People would have been nice enough that they would be able to guide our hackers throughout with these amazing mentorship sessions planned. And people and the hackers would have been able to guide them throughout, and they would have been able to just check out more on their hacking side. And the most fun part for me was the hacker hangout, where we would have been able to engage and interact so much more to know about the personal side, to know about the professional side, and to know more about the projects. I feel the hacker hangouts was the best part, and we all would have been able to engage so much more and know so much more about each other. And here we come on to the main prizes. So the first overall prize goes with what the cash amount of rupees 10,000 and with some amazing swags from GitHub and coding blocks. The second overall goes on with the cash amount of rupees 5,000 with some amazing swags and vouchers from coding blocks. And the third overall goes on with some amazing and some awesome swags from C# Corner and the coding blocks. But we also have some special prizes planned. Now, what are they? So the first one goes up with Echo AR with a $50 Amazon gift card and with a 1 month free business tier access to all the team members. And the selected projects will also receive a unique feature on Echo AR inspiration page. The Wolfram prize would be able to give a 1 year full Wolfram personal edition and a 1 year subscription to Wolfram Alpha Pro. And the GitHub AutoCAD drawing competition. So the AutoCAD figurine for the winner, they must draw an AutoCAD and they'll also receive some swags from GitHub. Thank you so much to each and every team and to each and every sponsor for sponsoring us. Our silver sponsors being Immersive Search, Luxor, and Real Coders, and our sponsors and our coding partner being Coding Blocks. Thank you so much for sponsoring us. The hackathon could not have been possible without your support and without your guidance throughout. And I believe community is the place where we all can learn and grow along with each other. So it's a place where you can give and learn along as well. Thank you so much to each and every of our community partners for helping us throughout. It has been a great pleasure and honor for all of us to work with you along and for sponsoring us and for even promoting us throughout. And now, thank you so much to all the judges for joining us today. It is a great honor for all of us to have you. Mr. Ritesh Mishra, VP Customer Success, Real Coders. Dr. Amit Roy, Senior Principal Expert and Distinguished Inventor, NXP Semiconductors. Mr. Narayan, Corporate Head of JMC Projects India. Ms. Veena Kumari, Vice President, Wells Fargo. Mr. Kapil Maharotra, Group CTO, National Collateral Management Services. And Mr. Ripitaman Bharadwaj, Chief Operating Officer, On-Demand Agility Solutions. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today and giving us your time and efforts. And now let's give a huge shout out to the top 8 teams because you definitely deserve it. The first team being the team Tech Knights with the Project Anatomy. The second team being Team Alpha Team with the Project Ice Tracking Analysis. The next one being Team Rawat Kari 554B02C with their project Social Distance Detector. The other one being Team Zero Bug with their project AR Scrapbook using Echo AR. And the next one being Team Coders with their project EduPort. The next one being Team Sonu Kumar Keshwari 79BC60 with the project IoT-based automatic solar tracker. The next one being Team Harshal Raikor with his project Woman Essential. And the next one being Team Anika Bhargav with their project Mask Up. Thank you. Thank you so much for all the teams for coming here. And now let's move on to our final round of judging. So here is the judging criteria. Each team will have only 3 minutes to share their presentation and pitch their demo to the judges, followed by 3 minutes of follow-up questions. Make sure that you stick up to your time limits. Now the teams will be marked and judged in the following 5 categories. First one being the technology. Second one being the completeness. Third one being the innovation. Fourth one being the design. And the last one is the real world viability. Make sure that the presentation and your pitch stick up to these 5 criteria because each of these categories has 10 points each. And lastly, we could not move on by thanking all of our student coordinators for helping us throughout this hackathon. Thank you so much for giving us your time and pitching us in your effort. Congratulations to all the finalists. And now I think we should start up with the final round of judging. So now for the final round. Let's invite our very first team, Team Tech Night, with their project Anatomy. So one of the team member would be able to share the presentation and they would be able to pitch up their project for the first 3 minutes. Make sure you stick up to their time limits because the time would be recorded enough. And then there would be followed up some questions by our judges. So do we have someone from Team Tech Nights? We have Sam Singh 20. Oh, okay. So Sam, hi Sam. Hi. Now you can share your presentation and all the best.
Thank you. Hello everyone. This is Samad Singh from the team Tech Nights from IIIT Vadodara. This is Samad Singh along with my teammates Rahul Bansan and Ragvi Saxena. So we will be presenting, our topic is to further revolutionize the education sector. Why? Because I believe that using augmented reality in the education sector can make the education sector and the teaching to be more efficient and to be the more optimized one, right? Because gone are those days when teacher used to write over to the blackboards. Students are studying from their notebooks, they are copying it, looking at the blackboard. So what we came up with the initiative is that using augmented reality, we will have a 3D object on the next side of the notebook so that student can analyze it to the 360-degree view. And also, the very important, we have itself on a column, we have a video section as well. That is, student can view the teacher lecture within the notebook. Yes, just like a mobile phone on a notebook. So I will be presenting my screen to show you our product. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, we can see it now.
Wait a second. I need to turn off my camera.
Sure, yes. I'll just stop the timer until you just set it off.
Yeah, I'm done. Thank you.
Okay, great. So we're able to see your team screen. So can you just switch it back to your presentation?
Sorry, please can you repeat that?
So right now we're just able to see your team screen. So can you just switch it back to your presentation so that we can start?
I'm presenting my complete window. It should be visible to you.
Yeah, so I think you can start your presentation. We will be able to see it then.
So, as you can see, this is my just a notebook. This is like a kind of a simple notebook. And under this, I have this structure. That is, you can see over here that the moment I just hover my camera over to my notebook, I can see the 3D object over to this side. I can view this direction to any way I feel like. And also, I have enabled the option of video there in my notebook. And video will only be able to click when will play when I will click this button. So the moment I will click over this button, yeah, there comes my video. So this is my basically the lecture video and correspondence. Over here, I have the text related to my video. Similarly, for the skull part, this is the skull that you can see. I can view it in the 360 direction I feel like, right? And this is my video part over here. And this is my text related to my video. Student can just play the video and can refer to the below written text so that he can understand more of the content. Similarly, we try to show many of the body parts that we can in a duration of 24 hours. This has come the brain. The student can analyze it and he don't need to just sit idle. He can see this. Even when I'm turning over to my page, the image is not going because it is tagged with a 5-star image. Now coming to the video, at the moment I click over to my video, I can see the video in between, and here on all the side I have my text.
Just a heads up, but the time is just about to finish, so make sure you quick wrap up your presentation now. And
thank you so much. And same, we have all the other body parts to make heart. We have the pelvis bone as well. So yeah, we made this. I hope my product is much more clear to you and what I was trying to show you. So our complete goal is that students living in the rural areas, they are not deployed of the better education, right? Because of the main factor is the price. I made this book just of made rupees 30 rupees because I have used the colored printer. I've just used black and white, not even the colored one, because colored one are much more expensive. Just a black and white image, even they can create the image. So this is the benefit of my product. I made that every startup society can access it. It should not be limited to the certain section because I believe the education is free. So it should be accessible to everyone. There's no barrier of pricing over it. So therefore, with the use of augmented reality, we try to show you the best we can bring to revolutionize the education sector.
Thank you so much for that. And I think that was an amazing project idea, and that was amazing demo and pitch as well. And now I hand over the mic to judges. So yeah, the judges can now ask some follow-up questions to the finalists.
Yeah, a question from me, Ripudaman here. I think it was perhaps a little too fast. Maybe for the next participant, I'll say just, be slow and show whatever, is the best part of it, but never mind. So what I could understand is that you take a book and show it to the machine, and machine is able to project a 3D image. Is that correct?
Exactly, because I did not deploy it as an app because I was not having a sufficient time to deploy it in an app. Therefore, I need to present it to my Unity software. Otherwise, it can be deployed to a mobile phone, a normal mobile phone, nothing more specification required in that.
Understood. So this is just a visual image is appearing, or is it also a audio as well?
Audio is not audible when I was presenting. Actually, the audios are audible. If you just open your notebook, you can see 3D object over here. Video will not play until and unless you hit a play button over it. And the moment you will hit the play button, you can hear the audio and the video as well.
Okay, understood. Thanks.
Thank
All
you.
the best.
Thank you.
Okay, good.
Sam,
Rina, so okay, I'll go ahead. So great idea. I really liked the AR VR coming up so well, and I think the whole completeness of the project was there. But my question is like how you said that even in rural places and even with a normal mobile, it will work. Can you help me understand that how can they project it to that machine as a just imagine a Nokia phone, and how do they, read it through that actually?
Yes, ma'am. So basically, the moment I said that you just need a mobile phone, not a better quality one. It's just that it should have a camera and a screen so that you can view to the backside to the notebook. And I guess because coming to the portability part, that if in the rural areas, if you see the teacher also, if a teacher is trying to teach the students, if they had a mobile set, that really costs to 2,000, 3,000 rupees because mobile get a camera phone, right? So they can use it to view. So this is how it is helping them. Because what I see in rural areas is that they're just using the notebooks or that the blackboards and the teachers trying to write from the chalkboards. This is not an efficient way. They are not just imagining the 3D objects, but just with the use of a mobile phone with a camera, just only a camera and with a mobile phone, they can they have a notebook which just costs them 30 rupees and they can view it. Just imagine the way of the quality of education they will be getting it. So this is the only parameter, 30 rupees along with the cell phone. It's nothing related to the status, because many of the product which comes is like smart classes, ma'am. For example, we are privileged to learn from the smart classrooms, But are we sure that is everyone being able to afford those smart glasses, that smart AR glasses? Not everyone, I think so. But what we can afford right now, because since ma'am, we all have turned it to the online portal, we need mobile phones. It is a necessity. They have a mobile phone. I'm giving them the best option from my side, which is cheap. That is a notebook, which barely costs anything. It is a daily product value.
Great. The notebook would be for each subject, each chapter is what I am visualizing it to be.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We just use anatomy for the reference to show the thing.
Yeah. Thank you. All the best.
Thank you.
Sam. Hi, Sam. This is Amit Roy. Good product indeed. So I just wanted to have one query. Who is going to make the 3D model which you are going to render? You require 3D model of all this stuff?
Yes, sir. Since currently I was working, we have made a website as well. So my other teammates were making the website, and I made this complete AR part. For regarding the 3D objects, for right now I took it from the online freely available 3D objects, free objects. These are not paid objects because they are paid objects as well. So whatever I created with the 3D object, and I can make from myself as well by using the Blender software. We can create 3D objects and can import it into AR.
But this requires an expert doctors, because a layman cannot make a 3D object of as specialist as a anatomy. So you require a doctor to make all these 3D objects. So how do you foresee that a doctor who is not a technician or who is not an engineer or who is not a 3D modeler, how he's going to model all this 3D stuff which you're going to render? And my second question, so that I should not waste more time, is your which tracking algorithm are you using? Is it a markerless or is it with marker?
Since everything is popping up with the hovering of camera, therefore it is a marked. I'm using a marked.ar, not markerless. And coming to the part of that, we need a doctor. So it is the work of a professional, the person who works in a Blender, who works for the Blender company or who works in a Blender software. He will be creating that complete structure of anyone. And like we have pictures of skeleton, we have pictures of heart. We have already predefined very clear pictures. So it is a work of a professional to convert that image into the particular heart one, which looks like a complete human heart. So that is a work of a professional. It does not involve any interference of any doctor. Doctor is doing his work. It is a help from his side that he can explain to more clearly to the students that, on the left-hand side, you can see the 3D object, which 3D object is being already created by the person who was working for the Blender. So it does not involve use of a doctor, I guess, because it is just he's replicating the complete heart. We usually see the heart images. We usually see the pelvic bone in the Google. It is already there. So person is just replicating it into a 3D object. That is another person, technician. It does not involve the use of doctors.
Well, I'm not agreeing to it, but anyway, later on we can speak over it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I have one question. I'm Narayan here. How do you plan to commercialize it? Because see, I can see a lot of opportunities for this, particularly in the corporate social responsibility space, right? So many of us look forward to widening access to education, right? So how do you have any plan to commercialize it?
Hi Hassan, sorry to interrupt you. The same question I also want to ask. You are using Unity software, am I right?
Yes, sir.
And Unity software, after using, sometimes it is commercially, it is not free.
Yes, sir.
So now you can answer both the questions.
Okay. The first another question is that how I'm gonna commercialize my product is that since what my team has thought of is that right now, since the product requires very less, we can say the resources part, because we are just using the already put in resources and we are just implementing it in the AR to showcase the product, right? We have textbooks, We have already our history books, geography books. It's just that we are putting over to the 3D image, 3D object over to that image, image, or to that inserting the videos into it. So we will just be modernizing our already existing textbooks into the new one. And now coming to the part is that, and what I would not like to draw one point is that the main thing I will be focusing on is about knowledge, exploration, information. Why? Because there are many students like me who are performing this AR technology at their homes. They might be making this, but they're not getting a platform to showcase. And because of these students, they just left it out. So what I will do is because I majorly feel like, because getting into, I'll make a community which brings out many people working in the AR field, but not get a recognition, not getting a platform, bringing them together so that we can get a much better exposure, so that they get a much better exposure and we can get a bet out of it. And coming to that part of that, after a certain point of a time, we have a Unity, another paid version. Yes, absolutely. For that paid part, if I will be making something, a big product, because if you're making a big product, I won't be making a simple anatomy. I will be creating more into it, which it will be look like a complete textbook, which we usually read in our daily lives. It will be implementing that part. So for that, I'll be getting money. So I would be taking the paid version for it, because anyway, I'm returning the best to them.
Fair enough.
Hi Sam, this is Kapil. Can you hear me? Sam, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay. So Sam, like to give you a compliment first. Very good thought, and looks like you are very confident with the use case, what you are doing it here. And I think like what I want to understand, what was the team strategy behind this idea? Because I'm sure you are not the only one. There are 4 people are with you, right? So what was the strategy you have performed? Because you were talking about the business, you were talking about the cost, you were talking about the technology, but everything needs a strategy. So what was the strategy behind this idea?
Thank you, sir. So I, along with my team, 2 team members, along with Raghav Saxena and Rahul Bansal, we sat because since we are in the lockdown, we are at our homes, we are studying through virtually, right? From Google Meet, from Zoom classes. So major time, problem we were facing is that we are not able to conceptualize the things. For example, I'm pursuing BTech. So I have an algorithm. My teacher is explaining me about the bubble sort or selection sort. He is explaining that way. I have no boards in front of me. It's just a screen. And I cannot imagine to that extent. And there might be many students like me. So we come with the idea, what if a teacher has something, an app, so that we can install over our end, he explain over his end, and we are able to visualize over to here, because 3D objects are much more easier to visualize and understand rather than written text. Now, coming to this part, we have an idea. But is this idea viable? Because in every institute, not everyone comes from a very wealthy background that they can afford each and every technology. So that a product, if it is coming to the market, coming to the usage, it needs to be viable, right? So our team, then we thought of something like, how can we make it viable? So we were like, let's make AR, because we are using marked objects. Second thing, we have used the black and white printout. So the black and white printout barely cost Rupees 2 or 3, right? So we have cutted our cost there. Then what we decided is that at some portion of time, we don't need an image. We can create our own image as well. I have already studied about how we can create our own image. We can create our own image. There we cut out the cost. So, and what we need is just a notebook, pasting over to the images, and then coming over to the concepts. So this is how we were thinking about the market thing also. And then we come up with we cut our cost literally to 30 rupees. So it's a product which everyone can use it, and mobile phone is something which everyone has. It's affordability with accessibility.
Does any here in the back of your mind, like you wanted to have the lesser cost of this product?
Yes, sir. Because I myself believe is that because we have a meet, so student used to raise up concerns like, sir, I live in that area where there's no proper internet connections. So I got that idea is that AR, this thing, do not require any internet connection. So it's good. They don't need internet connection. They have a pre-recorded lecture video there itself. So they don't need to go to the drive. They don't need to go to any Google platform to access to the teacher lecture notes or
And
teacher lectures.
what was your target audience?
So every startup society that for right now, since my topic is anatomy, so I will be targeting the audience who are studying the biology, students from the 6th, 7th, 8th class to 12th, and for the medical sciences as well. So basically, it's for everyone from pre-nursery to the higher levels.
I take 30 seconds to summarize it. So the strategy what you were telling is like I liked it. Reason is because you himself applied that strategy, the product what you have defined here, on your team members, because you all were working on a remote and you were talking each other on a Zoom and other calls, and you were like whatever you did it, they definitely understood post that the product came out. So very well driven and compliment to you and your team.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much to all the judges, and thank you so much to the team. I think it was an amazing pitch and it was an amazing demo. Thank you so much, and yeah, let's wait for the results. And now let's invite a second team, which is the team Alpha. So team Alpha, the stage is all yours now.
Okay, hi guys. Let me share my screen first. Let me scroll back to the top. Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay, let me hide this. So let me start introducing myself. My name is Tanijing from Malaysia. So let me first introduce the problem statement. Okay, so in my country, right, we spend about 2 billion USD spent on advertising alone. So even though that we spend so much money in advertising alone, it is hard to identify the effectiveness of an advertisement. And a lot of companies try waste time and money on traditional evaluation methods such as surveys and all those traditional methods. And even the results come back are not so accurate. And the company will also find it hard to identify the potential customer base. Like the era is changing, girls and boys' preference might not be the same because of stereotype. Like let's say for a gaming laptop, for now, you will think like boys like gaming laptop, but the era is changing, so girls might be liking the gaming laptop as well. And so, so the another problem is that a lot of companies is wasting money and time on outdated evaluation methods on advertising. So here comes my project, which is to put a camera on top of the billboard or advertisement to actually track the eye gaze, the eye's position of each passerby, and to extract the age, the gender, and the attention span, and actually to identify the effectiveness of advertisements. So imagine this, you put a billboard, you spend, let's say 10,000, 20,000 rupees to put up a billboard in India. And as a marketing leader, you don't know like how this advertisement actually attracts like the passerbys. You don't know how effective is this advertisement. If you don't know how effective is it, then
sorry to interrupt, but I think like the presentation is stuck on one slide. So have you moved ahead, or is it the same slide?
It's the same slide.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Okay. So imagine this: you just put up you just spend 20,000 rupees to put up a billboard in a train station, and then you, as a marketing leader, you do not know how effective is this advertisement because no actual evaluation method is available out there in the market. So let's move on to my project. My project is actually to strap a camera on top of the advertisement to actually captures the eye and the attention span and actually the age and the gender of each passerby. So let me show you a demo picture. Just let me mute this. Yeah. So you can see this video, right?
Yes, it's visible.
So the first step is actually to collect the gaze coordinate and the audience data. Okay, let me see why it's stuck. So I'm looking and focusing where my cursor is at this section of the advertisement. And next is to generate a heat map. So generating the heat map is actually a result where I can see that which part has the most focus on, like the passerbys spend the most time on it. Like as you can see, a lot of passerbys spend their attention on that part of the advertisement. And step 3 is to identify potential customer by age. So a lot of companies also having difficulties by identifying the potential customer base age. So as you can see, right, I identified the target audience is 21 to 25, which is my age because I'm the only audience. And also I can also identify the potential customer base for that product based on the gender as well. As you can see, 96% are male and 2% is my female. So moving on to the next, let me move to the next slide. So these are the results, the sample results, the heat map generated by the product, by the software. So let's say that this is the place that garners all the attention from the passerby. So maybe I can put some slogans or important information at here, such as price and or slogans or your most attractive features of that product. So next, these are the results as well. So the system will generate a pie chart based on the information extracted, potential customer base by age and gender. So these are my pitch. So thank you. So do you have any questions?
Right. Hi, it's Ripudaman here. So at what place these billboards will be put up? Will it be at a eye level or at a very high places?
It's preferably put at eye level to actually accurately track all the eye gaze of the passerbys.
So will there be too many cameras?
There will only be only minimum 1 and maximum 2 to 3.
It may be, I don't know, perhaps it could be a little tricky to figure out where the focus of the eye is if the distance involved are too high.
Okay, so currently I'm using webcam base. So if this project actually gets sponsors or anything else, so I can actually buy a eye tracking device which specifically tracks the eyes movement. So it can identify the eyes movement very accurately because it has an infrared sensor in it.
Okay, what is the maximum distance that you have tested so far?
The maximum distance I tested so far is around 1.5 to 2 meters. 2 meters away.
Okay, and you use computer vision for the
Correct.
purpose.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
So this does not like only tracks the, like I can use this project for like I don't know where to put my vending machine. So I can put at this place first to actually tracks how many passerbys gone to, like how crowded is this place. My project can actually tracks how crowded is this place, and then to actually to determine whether this place is suitable to put my vending machine or not. So it's not only locked into advertisement site. I can also push to the business side.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Hi, this is Amit Roy. Great work. I have one question on regarding this. So, what is the frame rate per second you are looking for? And
okay, the frame rate per second I'm currently looking at is around 20 to 30 because my computer is not strong enough to actually process all the frames at once. So if let's say moving forward, like getting sponsors or even funds to actually develop this project further, maybe I can push it to 45 to 60.
And which kind of a detector you are using, YOLO or something else?
Do you mean the all currently I use all pre-trained libraries available on the internet, and I also use Keras library to actually
no, the detector, the is it neural network based or simple computer vision based?
Sorry,
is it neural network based or
neural network?
So which kind of a detector you're using?
CNN.
Okay, and what is the amount of compute you're looking for?
Amount
so will
of
a compute requirement, will it work on Jetson Nano or it require a server class compute?
I think a normal, like Raspberry Pi would be okay for this sake.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Hi, this is Veena. Again, I have a question on the scalability of this project because if we are talking about billboard, what is the maximum distance or minimum distance that you are trying to visualize this. Like right now, you said it is 2 meters, 1 meter to 2 meter is your project, but what is the extent that it can go? Because the billboard can be, far off on the side of a highway, and how fast we can capture if a person is going in a car or just by a walk, or that part is not coming out. So I just want to know what is the scalability level of this project.
Okay, so for now, right, my focus will be on those not on those billboards, not on the roadside, only for those billboards in train station, bus station, and also let's say LRT station, monorail station, all these stations. So even in malls, we can put a product on top of that camera to actually identify the customer base, to determine the attention span spent by the user. But let's say again, if this project goes forward, right, I can buy an actual device dedicated for eye tracking to actually put on a bigger billboard, so it can very accurately track the attention span and the eyes of the user.
Okay, I got it. Yeah, thank you.
So would any other charge would like to have a question?
I have a last point.
Sure.
How much is what is the accuracy of this product?
As you can see in the video, right, I'm the only audience, and it identifies me as like 90. Most of the time, 98% are male and 2% are female. So I would say the accuracy for the gender is quite accurate, and for the age is also quite accurate because I put an age range. It predicts me as 21 to 25, and I'm 22. So I would say it's pretty accurate because I also use a CNN convolution neural network and also Keras to actually identify the age and gender.
So how much data you use to train your algorithm?
I think it's around 60,000 for the age and gender. 60,000 sample data for the age and gender. So let's say this project moving forward, we can include more data, more sample data to actually train the AI to become smarter.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
I believe that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for such a wonderful, amazing project idea. Also, we would like to extend a heartfelt welcome to Dr. Manoj Pandey, Joint Head of Amity School of Engineering and Technology. Thank you so much, sir, for coming over here, and thank you so much, sir, for joining us.
Yeah, thank you, Khushi. You please go ahead, please. I'm trying to call or invite Vice Chancellor Madam. So once she comes, then we'll take further. In the meanwhile, you can go ahead, please.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So now let's invite our next team, and the next team here coming would be Team Karthike Rawat with his project Social Distance Detector. So hi Karthike, and
yeah, hello all. First of all, good afternoon, esteemed judges, team hacks, and all my amazing fellows. So just give me a sec. I'm just sharing my screen. Yeah, my screen is visible.
It's not visible until now. Yes, it's visible, right? Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure. Moment, give me a moment. Yeah. So my name is Karthike Rawat, and machine learning and open source enthusiast, and I'm a third year CSC from Bmi Institute of Technology, Durg. So the problem, as we all know, coronavirus. I'm focusing on COVID-19 is still now because after we got the vaccines, though we didn't.
I think we lost to Karthike. I think there's some internet connection issues over. We'll just wait for him for the next maybe 1 minute, and then our team will try to contact with him. Until then, maybe the next team would like to come over. So the next team is Team Zero Bug. Would you like to come over until Karthike comes over again and suits over his internet connection? Can we have someone from Team Zero Bug?
I'm from Team Zero Bug. It's Diksharat. I have just contacted my team leader. He will be presenting. So
Sure.
Yeah.
Can you just ask him to maybe raise his hand? Or can you just tell us his name or something with his team ID so that we can make him the presenter?
His name is Soman Yadav.
Yeah.
He will
Just
be presenting.
Kushi, just 1 minute.
Sure, sir.
Honorable Vice Chancellor Madam has joined, so you would like to welcome her.
Sure, sir.
Please.
So thank you so much for joining. Dr. Madhuri, would you like
Or
to take
Dr.
over?
Madhuri or Dr. Sujata, you can come up.
Yes, ma'am. Dr. Madhuri and Dr. Sujata, would you like to take over?
Sure.
Yeah.
I think VC Madam has not joined yet. Call going on. Just check out. Just check the.
No, she has not yet joined. I think you can continue with the presentations. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Sure. So the next team 0 Buck, would you like to come over?
Yeah.
Sure. You can present the screen now. Team 0 Buck, would you be able to present your screen now? Because the time is running and
Is my screen visible?
yeah, it's visible. Great.
Yeah. So I have prepared a video. So good evening, judges. We are Team 0 Bug. We have worked on the project AR Scrapbook. In this, we have used Echo AR to build this project. So Echo AR is like a software which is redefining how people create augmented reality and virtual reality experiences. It is fast, future-proof, and flexible cloud solution for 3D content. So what we have built in this project is basically a scrapbook. A scrapbook can be online, that is on a web page, or it can be a real book in which you can basically paste pictures. The idea behind this is in a scrapbook what we have pictures, but if we improve it further we can add videos also. So how can we add videos in this? We are basically adding photos, cutting the photos, pasting them, and scanning them by mobile phones using the Echo AR Go app. uh, and then the video will play on the app, and you can like relive your memories once again in a better way. So if the thought if like the thought of AR VR is increasing, and this will surely be used by people, because to run an AR you basically need a smartphone. More and more applications of augmented reality are coming each day. So this is our website which we had built. We tried building like a scrapbook, but in real time you can also use your normal scrapbook. And the best part of this is basically anyone can use, anyone with a smartphone. uh, and the specifications of the and the specifications of the smartphone is that as you are using technology, so the Android version above 7 or 7 is required, because in Android version 6 or below 6 the AR functionality does not work. So this is yeah, so I'm sorry about the screen. I hope you can see it. What I have done is I have scanned a image, and over the image I can see a video that is being played. I can change the size of the video. So it is not that no audio is present in the video. You will also see an audio. Yeah, so you will also see an audio in this. And the best part is that normally any person can use this. Even in startups, or in organizations can basically add this in their annual reports where they need that video is very much important. So this idea is very much scalable, and anyone can use it easily with the use of Echo AR. Thank you.
Okay. Hi,
Thank you.
Ripudaman here. Hi. if I can may ask question, Ripudaman here. Thanks. So this is essentially to have in a presentation or on a piece of paper, text, audio, video, etc. Is that understanding correct?
Yes, basically you need a video and image, and you can connect both the video and image, and with the app you can basically run the video.
Okay, so I think in the past, maybe 7, 8 years back in Apple, I don't remember the application. They had something similar where you can read and you can play the video, etc. How is it different from the normal currently apps which are available?
Yes, sir, I don't know about that, but mainly the idea that we have used is like people collect photos, like their memories in the form of photos, and then attach it in their scrapbooks. So if they make a customized video related to that photo, they can maybe later, see the like relive that memory in a better sense. So that's what we've been thinking.
So you are helping individual to make a sort of a collage of whatever
Yeah.
picture, audio, video that.
Yes, sir. So the best part is any individual can, make their own scrapbook. They don't require any knowledge prior.
Okay. This is Kapil Maharotra. Very good concept. Can I go ahead, sir?
No, it's okay. I'm done with that.
Okay. Uh, okay. Some background noise is there.
Just one second. So the panel, can you just mute yourself until the judge asks the question, because it's kind of a bad. Yes, sir. Now you
Yeah.
can ask.
Okay. So very good concept, scrapbook concept. There is an application which I generally use while running marathon. It's called Relive. So what it does is it records the entire, shots what I'm taking while running, and it makes the collage and makes the video. And so like, but this is better version. What you are telling is like, where like we can put across the old memories and we can basically make a run in a form of a video. So I have one question for you. I mean, wherein this is kind of technology, video and the hardware and a lot of images you have to collect it. So this required a lot of memory actually to run and build the video. So have you thought about that? Like what exactly with the size and how do you handle this problem?
Yes, sir. So, sir, actually, in the Echo AR dashboard, for individuals, the plan is free. Like if we have for some specific memory size of the photos and videos that we are adding. But if we talk about that video editing kind of thing, I think that nowadays anyone can, edit their videos. Like on Instagram, they make reels. So it would be easier to, just join that video with that old memory of that photo. And like talking about the bigger aspect, like even organizations that even organizations can use, like when they make their annual reports, and wherein they need, some information that can be only be cleared by video, like some kind of analysis. So they can also use this feature in their annual reports that are being printed either in a soft copy or on a hard copy.
Okay, thank you.
So we are, yeah, so I'm sorry, I have a question. So we are looking at building a scrapbook going digital, right? And collection of memories, what Ripu sir was telling, right? It is the software is already available where you can collect your pictures, create a video,
Yes,
um,
ma'am.
and post it in your scrapbook. So is it like a solution is more about bringing it all together in a scrapbook, or how is it more related to the real world is what I'm trying to understand here.
Actually, not even about a scrapbook. If we make our own website, okay, in which we have photos and all, we can move that digitally or in a real world sense. And coming to the Echo AR concept, we were introduced about Echo AR from this hackathon only. So we learned about Echo AR, and then we made this project with the help of Echo AR. So this augmented reality project was possible because of Echo AR, and we, made some data changes and a bit of manipulation of images, so that we can, provide a solution that is not being available today in the present world. After which many people can use this. In their scrapbooks or anywhere, whether it is a soft copy of their presentation or a hard copy.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Narayan here. Yeah, Narayan here. Do you envisage any uses beyond scrapbook concept for this
Yes, sir.
technology?
Yes, sir. Sir, like previously mentioned, I said that not only scrapbook, any book. Like I gave an example of the annual reports of big organizations, where they analyze their yearly, like whatever they formulate. So if they need a visualization of their graphs or anything, so they can integrate that photo with their video. So, in that sense, it would be more clear to the person who is reading their annual reports. And
Any other use? Any other use to
yes, sir.
commercialize this?
Sir, like the schools, the photographs of the students that is being taken, uh, or the 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 book which is given annually in schools, wherein there are many photos. So there also the schools can use this software, and it is so easy that no prior knowledge of coding or anything like that is required. So basically, anyone who is looking for publishing a book or uploading some kind of soft copy on the internet, they can generate this video, integrate this video with the photo.
Thank you so much for this amazing explanation. So would any other judge would like to take up any other follow-up question? I think we are good to go. Thank you so much, Team Zero Park. It was an amazing idea, and we look forward to the results. And so next, we would like to invite the team coders. So team coders, are you ready?
Yes, we're ready.
Okay, sure. So who will be presenting from your side? Because I can't see any person raising their hand. Okay. Sure. So I think the stage is all yours, and now you can just switch your demo. All the best.
Is my screen visible?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, so can I start?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so hi everyone, I'm Vaibhav and I have with myself Anshul and Jay. We are from Amity International School Sector 46 and we are the developers of our team, and we present to you EduPort, your personal LMS. So there are small and local tuitions which have only one or two teachers and they teach only a few students. So for them, there is no need to hire a developer for an app or a website. Still, if they want to organize the data of the students, they need some platform. Also, most of the teachers use WhatsApp to send the data, but there are times when those important messages hide somewhere among the irrelevant ones. Many teachers do not have the technical know-how to make LMS for their tuitions, which might discourage them. For taking tests, the teacher uploads the test on platforms like WhatsApp, which may lead to sharing of these tests with other students who are not in that tuition. So to tackle these problems, we introduced EduPort, which provides all the essential options to the teacher so that they can manage the data of the students, and that too for free. EduPort provides the following features: scheduling classes, uploading notices, uploading homework, uploading reports, uploading and taking tests. We have used a varied tech stack, including MongoDB as our main database, ExpressJS as our backend framework, Bootstrap and EJS as our front-end frameworks, JWT for the authentication, and Firebase storage to store the test PDFs. Referencing to the article by e-learning industry, there is a need for platform for the education sector to easily track the learner's progress and performance, reduce learning and development time, keep organizations up to date with all the data, and all of these needs are fulfilled by EduPort. So I'll just move on to the demo. So here you can see our register page. So I'm registering as a teacher, and I'll just register and then login. So after login, it will load the teacher's dashboard for me, and I can create a class here which will provide me an invite code, and that code I can give to the students. So if I go into the class, I can't see any data, so I'll just add data. I've just scheduled a meeting, and I can add a notice. Similarly, I can add homework and reports and other things. So if I click on a holiday, I can see the content and other things. So now I'll just create a student's account and I'll log in, which will show the student's dashboard, and I'll just put that invite code so that I can join the class. Now I have joined the class, but I cannot access anything because the teacher has not approved me yet. So I'll just go to the teacher's account and approve that student. So I've approved it and the status is approved now. We can also add report for the report card, but now I'll be just showing the test functionality. And for this, we are using the Firebase storage to store the PDFs and get the URLs. So the file is being uploaded now, and I'll just add it and go to the student's dashboard. So here I have been approved by the teacher, so I can see everything the teacher has uploaded. And now I can go to the test part and I can see that the PDF has been uploaded here, and I can see the time left and all. So that is all about our project. I hope you liked it. Thank you.
All right. Perhaps I may ask question. So this is sort of a ERP, Ripudaman here. This is sort of a ERP for educational institutions, right?
Yes, sir. Like we have our portals, the portals for schools and universities. Like we have a Mitranet for Amity. So like that for local tuitions.
I'm sure there are.
Sorry, sir, your voice is breaking.
Hello, am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sorry for that. I think all of you have done amazing work. I'm just asking, right, that if there is something new that you have done, because there is already platform which are available. Is it something new that you have brought in here?
Yes, sir. Sir, first of all, for example, there's a platform called Moodle for the same, but that platform asks for money. Like they have some membership kind of thing, and they ask for money after some time. But we are providing all the services for free. And sir, secondly, I know like all those the LMS which are already present, they have to the teacher have to customize the website, they have to design, they have to have some technical knowledge. But in our product, the teacher does not have to have any technical knowledge. They can just register and start using our product. So that's why it is different from the pre-existing products.
All right. In the technology stack, what all have you used? It's mainly MongoDB, and you said Java, yeah?
Yes, sir. JavaScript, MongoDB, and JSON Web Token for our authentication, Firebase storage for to store the PDF tests, and sir Bootstrap and EJS for the front end.
Just a question on being on as an, so you are saying it will be available for anybody and everybody.
Yes, ma'am.
how is the security? Is it capturing the students' data also, right? Because they are uploading it for the student and this. And of course, as Sir said, right, there are so many platforms available. Even Google provides a platform, and with this all going virtual for 2020, I think many have scaled up their products to be more secure, more authenticated, and data not being shared with anyone. So if I see even my son's portal that they use, it is so secured that I cannot download any content or a homework that is uploaded. So how are you looking forward to pitch this in the market and take it up?
Ma'am, even we have not added any downloading option. Even the test PDF, we have removed the PDF options, which gives the option for downloading. And for other things, like we are just showing the text. We have not given any downloading option or anything. And for the student verification, like for example, if I am a student and I'm trying to join a class, so the teacher has the right to disapprove me if I'm not a student of the class, so I cannot access the class if the teacher has not approved me. And also the data is encrypted. For example, when we are registering the password that we are having, we first encrypt it and then put it in the database. So even if someone gets access to the database, which will probably not happen, because we also have database passwords and other things, and we have also not added anything in our code. Like the code we have written, we have not used any password, we have encrypted everything. So that would not be a problem as a security issue. We have used hash passwords.
Okay.
Hi, this is Kapil.
Yes,
We
sir.
have a very good concept, and I myself using Moodles and Starbeams. Starbeam, one of the very popular product in LMS field. Uh, uh, the best part, what I liked it, so many modules you have given, and there are scope for adding a lot of modules like online test, because I'm giving you business idea. Probably I'll charge the consultation fees. Okay.
Yes.
Online test, because it's in demand actually. So the portal where you what portal you have created, you can put the online test rather the PDFs. And the feedback and surveys are one of the important thing. I mean, whosoever is coming in your portal, he has to give the feedback so that you can improve your product. And assignment, of course, like you have already added that. And I like the technology stack what you have used, especially the MongoDB and Firebase as well. A couple of questions for you is like, because so many technology you are using it, so whenever we are going for the hackathon, so you have to be prepared your competitive programming, right? So I mean, the technology stacks you have chosen, so what was the thought behind it? Because so many technology you are using in a one product, so what was your competitive programming idea? Because the team what you have formed, how do they cover up so many things?
Uh, So, sir, like actually, the team which I have, like me and my team, we have already worked on these platforms before, and like we are familiar with them. So we knew that for what part we have to use what technology. And so the tech stack, we have specialty in different fields. For example, in MongoDB and the Express.js, I and Anshul, which is my teammate, we are like highly specialized in it. And in Firebase, Anshul is specialized in Bootstrap. I'm specialized. We have worked on many projects before, so that's why we thought of choosing this tech stack. And we've also participated in like 5-6 hackathons before, so we knew what to use.
Excellent, excellent. So it was very well coordinated. Thank you very much.
Also, sir, I would like to add that we are also planning to add a fee payment like we have on the portals, so that the students can directly pay the fees. And we're also planning to add the attendance fees.
That's amazing, Vaibhav. Would any other guest also like to have a follow-up question? I believe we are done, Vaibhav. Thank you so much. It was an amazing project and all the best for your future references as well. And let's wait until the result. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you,
And
judges.
and next we'll have Kartike Rawat. So Kartike was actually just in the verge of his presentation when he just got stuck due to internet connectivity issues. Welcome back, Kartike, and the stage is all yours.
Yeah, extremely sorry for that concern and giving me a moment. So my PPT is like is presenting or not?
Right, we can see it.
Yeah, okay, so yeah. So the problem I'm just focusing on that is the COVID-19 and why I'm just issuing because even though we have the vaccine and like vaccine doesn't guarantee yet you will never get the COVID again. So for that I have a solution that is social distancing as we all know. But even though social distancing we all know we like social distancing is really important even though we didn't do that. So for that, I was proposing that same is social distancing detector and how can people start doing this and by making that habit. So yeah, first of all, I'm going through my tech stacks, Python, TensorFlow, YOLO and Coco dataset. Why I use Python? Because I am use Python for the backend class for production level because in production class is very well known better. It is easy to work with the backend and front end part. And also TensorFlow binding is based on the Python. So yeah, it can be. So I am using here TensorFlow Lite. I use TensorFlow and TensorFlow data pipeline here because it has based on the predefined and the production level is very good and they have a very with the test suits. So basically in production it is very lightweight. So we can use in an immense way in a scalable form. So why I choose Euro V3 model? Because if I'm just going from the inference time, it's the rate with the inference time is very less and it has the accuracy of about 98 to 99%, which is commendable. And with the Coco data set, which I've been showing you, if I'm just jumping out the just about the as you see the YOLO V39 with the Coco is giving an immense pleasure of the flops which is basically on the parameters you can say. So it will give high accuracy even though if we are serving or a serverless architecture, we are working on the serverless architecture. So what is the completeness? So I'm just showing you some of my demos because I am only I'm using my camera so I can't. So this is what we are generated from you can say perception and perceptron that we are made. As you see, we are detecting each and everyone here around. So what I have to work on basically in the completeness form I am just working on the performance and how I converted YOLO V3 and upcoming version into form of a transformer. Basically transformer is a kind of thing which we are converting autoencoder and decoder in order to enhance the object detection part which is coming up the YOLO V3 you can say. And yeah, the next one. So what I'm involving the innovation, it is really accessible as I have a very less size of app because I'm not able to you can say I need to able to do one you can say training part here. So the size of the app is very less and I am including the audio feature. If anyone who are who are not maintaining the social distancing, they give an alert by a kind of someone audio, and social distancing can be increased with the camera on the street. If I'm collaborating with the government and if the camera is placed on the street, so they can get an alert that you are not maintaining the social distancing. And for the futuristic one, I'm just focusing on this is also another step for the edge computing, which is the future of you can say, because we didn't know any internet for the accessing any data you can say. So for the design, I'm just focusing on there's some structure. I'm just defining that the model of social distancing, training, and YOLO Coco, and model conversion, which is basically in the training part, and CFG and weights, which is from the YOLO Coco, which is basically defined for the very less data to enhance or to you can say predict that part. So this is some random pic you can say. I'm just taking a video or video feed and just do that. So this is kind of a screenshot. So real world viability, as we know, the 82% or you can see the companies or the government or different governments around the world need this kind of software. Why I am like from production through transformer, it is very less and it is very scalable in point of if you have, even though you have not amount of great accessible internet, even though you can, this software can help you out. Cloud integration through serverless architecture is immensely. I tried it, and if I'm just working on you can say 1 year plan, so I can give this to an 1 year free if I'm using the GCP, because in 1 year amount GCP give us a full access to free of $100, and I'm just also implementing the edge computing, and it is very easily scalable. So yeah, any question in my socials. Thank you.
All right, I may go once again.
Yeah.
impressive. Computer vision, in my view, is going to have a lot of applications. This perhaps concept may have a limited use, but I know in Kumbh Mela, in fact, my own son was involved with some of the MIT professors in Kumbh Mela, where they were trying to figure out the concentration of individual in a particular location to help the police and other authorities. While social distance application, perhaps I would say limited, but I guess the concept that you have, the place where you are heading into, those solutions may have a very vast majority of applications down the line. So all the very best.
And even I can add though, because I am in my college is from Chhattisgarh, so I am collaborated also with the Chhattisgarh government for this product. And first of all, there is my single phase, you can say, I just developed, and even though this is very helpful in smart city also, because in India we have our honorable Prime Minister is focusing on every city could be a smart city. So as you know, Naya Raipur is becoming a smart city. So I'm just focusing on that, and I'm just collaborating with their startups, and that's why I want to add.
Hi Karthike, this is Amit Roy. First of all, a part of social distancing you can also use for that Article 144, where you cannot have more than 4 persons during ride. So you can also have this. So this is one of the embodiment. But your work is if you just go and search on internet, you can find many open source exactly working on exactly the similar. Even the video which you are showing, those guys are showing the same video. They are also using YOLO as a detector, and you can find many open source GitHub repository. Which so, what is an extra thing you have done here?
That's I'm including on the point of, you can say, the predictability. I can say, and I can bet that like my model is from now, because I'm implementing that from the transformer and the edge computing. I will never say like no one can include that edge computing tech in any of the, you can say, social detector, and also the audio one. No, I can bet that no one can implement the audio one. I have implemented that audio one, and if I can also share the GitHub repo, and I can, so if it cannot be deployed till now, but I will deploy it soon, that you can check that no one can apply that the audio feature, because if I'm just collaborating with any government agencies, so if they are watching, if they're watching a automatic, because I'm just using an automation kind of thing, if anyone just closes that the social distancing gap, so they will get an alert that you are not maintaining a social distancing. So on that part, I can say I am just, and also for the transformer, as you know, Volo V3 I am using. But for the future, I can say I'm using transformer that is better predictability. Even I can say 99.99% predictability for the transformer that is coming from, you can say, Facebook AI, and Google AI kind of thing.
Okay, thank you.
And also I can add one more thing, like as I already said, it can be accessible to the, you can say, the village area or the rural area. If you are not connected, accessible to the internet, the edge computing, that I am just more focusing on how I can increase the, you can say, the edge computing field, where we didn't able to need any internet access. You can all the data I trained that is on the device, and it can be directly trained, and you can say the alert can given on that front.
But YOLO itself take, if I remember correctly, it takes around 60 gigaflops as a Mac compute, which you cannot.
Yeah, that's why I'm using serverless architecture here. And the second point, if I'm using edge computing, so if you know, like Intel is bringing the pen drive kind of thing, which you can say that it can just focusing on the 1 to 2 teraflops. That is immense on the training part. So for that front, I can use that. And for those, if I'm just focusing on, you can say, on my business, and you can say, so I can collaborate with different, you can say, the leaders like Google, GCP, in which they are giving me a first year wholly free. So for that, if I want to engage all the audience to my product, so on that front, I can give access to the, you can say, the free services to 1 year about.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Karthike, I like your business plan. You always talk to give the subscription 1 year free. So I think we would be the first customer for you. Okay.
Surely, sir.
good product and good business plan. And I have a technical question. Why you are using YOLO and Coco dataset both in this project?
As I already said in the Coco one, I show the stats where the combination of the Coco dataset and the YOLO V3 is immensely, you can say, a parameter point or the flops point is very good. So that's why I'm using Coco dataset and YOLO V3 for the combination, for instance.
Okay. Okay. And the regarding this auto voice alert, what you are saying is, so now these days, cameras are already coming. There are some of the cameras, there are a lot of people have done the, CCTV innovation. So there they are coming with this feature already. I mean, that you have to integrate with your APIs.
Yeah,
What you are
as I
doing.
already said, if I'm collaborating with like a government agency, so if anyone install Aadhaar card app or kind of a app that the government agency includes, so I can include that feature into it. And if anyone like if we can in the future we can say in India is a smart home, all the cities are smart city and everywhere cameras is there. So on that front, I can say the social distancing, even though we can prevent that part. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Kartike. So would any other judge also like to have another question so that we can continue with the next team? Okay, I think we can go on with the next team. So the next team is team Sonu Kumar Keshri BE60 with their project IoT based automatic solar tracker. So Sonu, are you ready?
My team is ready. Jalsi Singh will present the PPT.
Okay, awesome. So have you been made the presenter? Great. I think you can now share the PPT and the stage is all yours. All the best. Sonu, I think you have shared your WhatsApp. Can you please unshare it?
Well, I think Jalsi Singh is presenting. Jalsi.
Yeah, Chelsea, can you please unshare?
Yeah, Khushi, Honorable Vice Chancellor Madam have joined. So Dr. Madhuri would like to welcome her. Dr. Madhuri, please.
Very good evening, ma'am. I, on behalf of AmiHacks team software, would like to welcome you and thank you for joining us, ma'am. And we request you to kindly share your blessings at the moment. Just to brief you, we have with us the entire 6 jury panel with us, and along with that, we have the 8 top finalists who are presenting their software edition part, the ideas, innovation, and the product that they have conceived and presented. And at the moment, we have 5th or 6th presentation going on. So with that, ma'am, first we will have your blessings and then we will move ahead, ma'am. Ma'am, looks like there is some audio issue. We are not able to hear you. Ma'am, you're able to hear us? I think it looks like there is some issue.
Some network issue must be there.
Yeah, for the till the time we will just check out, and I'm sure ma'am should be back with us. For the audience, would like to introduce you to.
I'll just invite once again, ma'am. I'll invite madam once again.
Okay, yeah, sure, sure, sir. We will wait for her. Now, for the jury members as well as for the all the audience, just to introduce to you, Dr. Balvinder Shukla ma'am is our Vice Chancellor, Amity University, Uttar Pradesh.
Hello,
Yeah, go
ma'am.
ahead.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, I just sent the invite once again. You go ahead, madam.
Yes.
Okay,
Just
so
Maybe you can have the next presentation.
yeah, we can start the next presentation.
Sure.
Ma'am,
Just do you have something to say?
ma'am, actually, I was facing some network issue. Can I present now?
You are from the team Sonu, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I think we can take on the next team, and after that maybe we can take you, since we already asked the next team to be ready. Would that work?
Okay, ma'am.
Sure.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry
So
for
okay.
the
That would be great.
inconvenience.
the next team is Team Harshal Raikwal. We would invite you, and yeah, the stage is all yours. You can present now. Harshal, you are the presenter, so you can share your screen. All the best.
Thank you. Is my screen visible?
Yes, it's visible. You can now switch on to your project mode.
Thank you. So, good afternoon, everyone. I am Harshal Raikwa, and my project name is Woman Essential. As healthcare is essential for everyone, and around 25% of the women around the world are having lack in proper healthcare facilities. So, Women Essential provide a platform to keep track of their own health. So here we have some disease predictions like breast cancer disease prediction, which is built using Flask. Uh, just a few minutes.
So no, until that gets loaded up, maybe you can show us the rest of your project.
Sorry, are you talking to me?
Yeah, sorry, I said Harshal. If yeah, okay, it's
Okay, yeah. So here just user need to give the input, and it will predict like whether the user is having chance of getting the disease or not with the report. Apart from breast cancer, we have diabetes checkup, similar to type 1, where user need to give the input and it will predict whether the user is having diabetes or not. Yeah, similarly, you just need to give the input and it will predict it. Next, we have heart disease detection. Similarly, we have a kidney disease detection. Yeah. And apart from this, we also have a smart BMI calculator where you just need to enter the input and it will calculate your BMI and suggest you recommended diet and recommended body weight and calories. And if you have any questions, we also have a chatbot for your assistant. Yes. And if you if you have a problem with English language, we have also made a site with Hindi. So this was my project. Now I'm open to questions.
Hi, hi, Ripudaman here. Thank you very much. What is the database behind that you are using for prediction? Because healthcare can be very tricky, as we know there are complex.
Yes, I am using Kaggle database for all the disease predictions.
Okay, and as you know, I don't know how much accuracy you will have. Healthcare, predicting one disease can be very disheartening. If somebody enters the data. So, what is the mechanism that you are using to ensure there is no false positive or false negative?
That's actually not I'm not storing any kind of data. Just user need to input and it will just check from the data set. And if after checking from the data set, if we think that the user has
like if there are chances of getting the disease, it will just warn the user that there are chances that you are having this disease, so please consult a doctor.
Okay, the reason I'm saying is because like self-medication, self-detection without having any prior medical information can be very devastating for the individual. That's fine. So, what are you using? Technology? Which technology are you using?
Yeah, so sorry. The site is built with React, and for all the disease detection, I'm using Flask.
No, for chatbot, you said you also have a chatbot.
Yes, sir. It is also built using React.
Okay. Have you heard of something called GPT-3, which is released perhaps 6 months back, which seems to have some 180 billion neural network connection? That seems to be something that will replace all the chatbots that we have today.
No, actually, I haven't heard about it.
If not, no, that's fine. That's all right. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
So, Harshad, are you using a kind of a regression behind match? I mean, what is the algorithm you're using to detect the breast cancer or any other disease? What are the
Sorry, sir.
What are the markers? What are the feature vector you're using?
Like it is a simple Flask application. Like it will compare your data with the data set, and if it thinks like you are having disease, it will give you the warning.
Okay, so it's simple data matching, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Veena ma'am, I think you are on mute. Yes, ma'am.
Sorry. Yeah. So extension to that question, Kapil, is like we are not learning from our data set. It is just that you have an constant data set. While I enter the details, it just matches that and just gives you the result, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And the chatbot also, it's not a learning. It's just a
yes, ma'am. It is just a normal chat.
Harshal, just to add in this, can you go on a mute, please, Harshal?
Yes, sir.
Just go
Harshal,
on a
can you
mute.
please mute yourself? There's some kind of background noise. Thank you.
Okay, Harshal, a couple of things like whenever you are making any application, especially healthcare application, you should be very conscious about data. Your concept is very good. I understand like what you are trying to show you, because it is very easy for someone to detect himself, like whether he has a cancer or not, or whether he has any disease, cardiac disease, and or not. So there are a lot of applications, self-detection applications are there. So, but there is an algorithm, and just to add in this, if you're using any predefined database, maybe that is belongs to particular territory, and every territory has a different kind of conditions. If you go to south, they eat different food, so they have a different conditions, and if you come to the north, they have a different conditions. So in medical science, you cannot rely on the predefined data somewhere. If it is lying and you are just pulling, you need a real time data. If you go to hospital or you go to the government research agencies, those are having that kind of information, so that will be more reliable. And in case that you are using that data, so you can basically predict better, but simple matching that is not a good idea. So you have to put some but concept is good. What you are trying to build something which is very, very unique actually, but you have to put little effort behind that. Nevertheless, like good thought, idea is good, and good try.
Sure, sir. I will definitely look into that.
Um, so, Mr. Ritesh, sir, yes, I think I figured it out. Sir, you are again on mute. Let me just unmute. Yes, sir.
After detection, what will you do? Are you going to suggest some doctors or something like that? Okay,
Yes,
only
sir.
then it will help you.
Yes, sir. Actually, I was planning like if the user has like if the model predicted whether the user has the kind of disease or not, so it will give some list of the hospitals, like these are the good hospitals, you can refer them for the further assistance. But due to time constraint, I was not able to implement it. Otherwise, it was like if there is the chances of getting the disease, it will list out some of the hospitals, some of the good hospitals where they can refer further, so that they can diagnose it and confirm whether there's chances of getting disease or not.
All right, good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Harshal. I would request all of the judges, would any other judge also like to take up any follow-up question? I believe we are good to go. Harshal, thank you so much for your amazing project, and we really look forward to the result. And next to come up is Team Sonu. So, Team Sonu, are you yet ready?
Yes, I am ready now.
Okay. Have you been made the presenter?
So, honorable judges and everyone out here, good evening to all of you. Let me share my screen.
Sonu, we can't see your screen until now. Okay, yeah, it's shared. Okay, awesome.
Well, can you see now?
Yes, it's visible.
Our project is IoT-based automatic solar tracker. Our team members include Anuj, Elsie, Gunapriya, and me. A basic brief to our project is that with every passing year, solar energy has become more prevalent across the world. It is clean and renewable, but we cannot get the maximum efficiency just by adding a solar panel which is facing in a desired direction or is fixed somehow. So, in the process of taking maximum output through solar energy, we are here with our IoT project. Its way of working is that it actively controls solar panels by transmitting the sun's position to the model. This then orients the panel via the actuators or servo motors according to the received position of the sun. A introduction to our project. First, the problems that are associated with a regular solar panel or indigenous or conventional solar panels are that it faces only a single direction and it takes significant amount of land or space due to the support structure. So here it is our solution. On the left side, there is a blender model of our system. What it is like, we can see there are 3 LDR sensor, a buzzer, and several LEDs, and there are 2 motors that dedicate to its horizontal and vertical movement. I will explain here. This is the design schematics. We have used Arduino Uno, servo motors, LDR, resistor, buzzer, cardboard, and 3D model for keeping all at a place. We have implemented this circuit on the online Tinkercad. Here we have made a small costing on a small scale for probably 2 feet cross 2 feet solar panel. Its rough estimation without the solar panel is around 486 INR. We have added the prices that we got from the internet. Now let's go to the application section where these can be used. It can be used in space satellites, rovers, house-top solar panels, mega solar plants, etc. This innovation will help in for commercial scale solar arrays. The long-term benefit of increased production over time is enough to make the initial cost and maintenance fees worth it. For a large number of solar panels in a plant or in a large size land, if we are implementing this, we will be saving the cost of maintenance through the extra generated output. Here is the video and the code link. We have uploaded the code on the GitHub, and I will play the video after this. Can you see the video screen? Hello.
Yes, it's visible. It's visible.
It is the Tinkercad online simulating software. Now, as I start the simulation, the 3 LDR will detect from where the sun rays are approaching, and according to that, the servo will move in either horizontal or either in vertical direction. This is the code that I have implemented in this. Thank you.
Hi, Haripudaman here again, if I may ask. So thanks again, a good idea. Have you used it in real life? Have you tried to control the motor? Because it'll, as the time changes, right? Very minor changes in the direction has to be given, and there are only few chips and the motors that are able to control, moving a very slight angle. Have you used that, or it is just a theory at the moment?
Sir, I am using the servo motor and the LDR sensor. I am using that takes input that gives the information to the Arduino via the analog pins. So it is ranged from 1 to 50. It gives analog reading, and according to that, our servo will respond. Servo motor can move 20 degree, then 20. So it is quite focusing.
And so, if we talk
My
about
question
the
was,
motors like AC motors and stepper motor, then that will become more difficult to manage the degree of rotation in comparison to stepper motor. Servo motor. That's why we use servo motors.
okay, because the angle is very sensitive. That's why I was asking
Yes,
whether you have tried
of
and you have the results, that how it moves.
Sir, we have prepared. We have tried to prepare the model here. So we have not implemented it till now because it was a only 1-day hackathon. I thought of working it out, but it will take much time to implement it.
Sir,
And
actually, we worked on Tinkercad on software part. We worked on Tinkercad and how it will stimulate, and all of the coding has already done. We didn't take it install it in real world, but whenever we get chance we will try to do it. We have worked on servo motors and Arduino before also, but specifically for this project we didn't do any offline project due to corona, and of course my teammate has said this was only 1-day hackathon, so we entirely worked on that 1 day only and worked on Tinkercad for the software.
All right. No, thank you very much. This is, as I said earlier also, I think all of you have done amazing work. That's all. Thanks.
Hi, Ripu. Sorry. Hi. So the name is.
Sonu.
So I have one question. I know that these kind of products are already available in the market, and I just quickly do some Google search, and it is in between the range of 5,000 to 10,000, freely available in Amazon. So what is the extra you have done here?
Sir, we are implementing this using IoT. We are implementing microcontrollers and cheap sensors. In the previous or conventional solar trackers, they have used gas expansion technology, which works on heat expansion principle, and the mechanical structure costs too much. But here we are using just jumper wires. Uh, L- we are using LDR that is about 12 to 15 rupees.
Yeah, the one which I'm looking here, which is in Amazon, they're also claiming that they're using Arduino and the similar kind of stuff which you are using.
Sir,
Okay.
actually, we are planning to install a GSM module also to send the message on a register SIM for battery level and other information. So for one day time, we didn't install it properly, but we are trying to install it also. That will be a different innovative idea for our project. Whatever project is still now currently is not having that type of that type of module, GSM module on message sending criteria. So that may be a one of
Okay.
innovative idea for our
Mhm.
project.
Okay. Thank you.
Hi, Team Sonu. It's very good effort. I just wanted to know how much power does it take to rotate this solar panel, and usually 1 kilowatt of solar panel generates around 4 to 5 unit in a day. So how much you think you can make it difference will come?
Sir, actually, for working electronics devices, we need power surely. And if we talk about for larger project, then we need a 4,000 kilowatt of energy to run our devices, and from that we can get a maximum output more 3 times or 4 times more than what we have realized estimated yet, that we will get output more than 4 or 5 times what energy we have provided. So for of that 4,000 energy, we will use that solar energy, that stored energy also, or we can provide other power source also. If you are talking about what amount of energy, then that will be 4,000 4 kilowatt and 4,000 watt.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Team Sonu, for such an amazing idea. And now we'll move on to our last team, which is Team Anika, with the idea Masks Up. And Team Anika, are you ready?
Thank you so
Can we
much.
leave?
Yeah, sure. You can just start presenting your screen, and the stage is all yours. All the best.
I've not been made a presenter yet.
Okay. I think you have
Now I
been made
am.
presenter. Cool.
Good evening, esteemed judges. We are the team Mask Up, and now we are going to start with the ideation. The ideation of a project is to reduce the spread of COVID-19. According to the researchers, the results have shown that wearing masks has reduced the spread of virus. As COVID-19 has affected our lives to a great extent, we have taken up the following issue: to secure public health, to reduce human involvement and resource costs, and for 24/7 vigilance.
Talking about the product design, MaskUp demonstrates use of a technology in a real-world situation like closed transit systems like Delhi Metro. For example, if a person is wearing a mask, then this web application detects whether he is wearing a mask or not using a computer vision.
Coming to the technologies used, we've used PHP to handle the form submission server side and to invoke the face detection program, which then is written in Python. You should determine if the user is wearing a mask or not. On the front-end side, we've used HTML and CSS for the web pages and forms, as well as JavaScript to handle client webcam access and client-side form handling.
Now let's talk about the practical usability of a web page. First of all, MaskUp ensures public health and safety by verifying the proper usage of masks. And as we all know that public transport is used by majority of our population. So there's a high probability of spread of the virus while traveling. And thus, by using MaskUp, we can prevent that. It protects the person wearing the mask and people around them. Now let's take a demo of a web page. Thank you.
Was the demonstration clear, judges? I'm not sure if you could hear the audio.
Yes, Tushar, actually the audio was not audible, so maybe if you would like to again demonstrate the whole web app, because you were on mute, so naturally the audio wouldn't have been possible over here.
No, there was audio with the video, but anyways, so as you saw, we have on the website we have we take the webcam access from the user, click the picture, which then goes over to the server, which then there uses the picture to determine whether the user is wearing a mask or not. Now, this is only a demonstration of how this technology can be used in real world situations, like in a metro station, a closed transit system, or with any place that has already an entry system like universities and other public places, like even malls. So this technology now is fast enough to be used on a live video feed. Like you can determine for each frame whether the person in the video is using a mask or not. You can have it centered on people or even multiple people, depending on how you implement it. While we have only implemented it for one person in the middle of the picture, it can be used for multiple people and ensure COVID-19 protocol compliance.
That's great. So now the project is actually open to any follow-up questions by the judges.
A short question. So this is just a single application. You're using computer vision to just check whether mask is on or not. Is that correct?
Yeah, using computer vision, we've trained a model with about 1,200, 1,300 pictures. We use the OpenCV library, TensorFlow, to figure all these things out. But yeah, that's it.
Okay, Tushar, again, this is Amit. Again, my same question. There are plenty of open source material available in GitHub to detect face mask, and you can also look for Adrian PyImage search, where he gave tutorial of face mask detection. So what is the extra you have done here?
We've demonstrated how this can be used in real world scenarios like the entry gate for metro system. Now, we've also proposed on our README how it can be made possible. You see, there's already some minimal computing hardware installed with metro gates that checks our like the NFC reader reads our card and then checks against the database how much money the card has. So with this, and we also have CCTV cameras installed at such places. So with this, we can integrate this whole system into what we already have in place. Use CCTVs for the vision. Have it backed by a minimal machine, because this doesn't require much resources, so it can be run on very cheap hardware.
So your entire thing is not the core algorithm, which is a face mask detection. What you are proposing is the ecosystem around it.
Yeah. What
Okay.
we are proposing is the ecosystem along with it.
Okay.
So would any other judge like to take up any other follow-up questions with this project?
Yeah, I have one question. Compliment to you guys. Very well presented, very well coordinated. All were played the part and introduced himself. And as Amit said, like a lot of application there. But if you created a concept which can be easily integrated with any hardware or any kind of device, that will be great innovation itself. Because the how product cost matters always at the end product cost, and if you can give a better experience and low cost, so definitely people will like that. One quick question with you. I mean, since this is one of the idea which you brought it, so what was the real life situation you have kept it? Because I like the name, Mask Up, so which is very well aware, people are well aware everywhere is this. What was the, I mean, real life idea behind this?
Real life idea. See, so right now in to manage entry to these public places, which includes obviously metro stations, which is an example we can all relate to at the moment. They're employing a lot of security personnel. I think they're all police people and otherwise, and they're made to manually check if people are following these protocols. Manually check they're putting on masks and they have them on correctly. This puts them at a considerable risk, puts more workload on them, and also involves an increase in human resource costs. So considering this, we had the idea that we can, with the use of computer vision and machine learning, improve the situation and help them be more secure and spend less money, obviously.
Excellent, understood. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Project Mask Up, and this is an amazing idea. And thank you so much to all the judges for asking the follow-up questions for this. So that marks the end of the final round of judging, which is the live judging round. Thank you so much to all the judges for being so cooperative and for giving us your time and your efforts. It has been a huge honor and pleasure for all of us and for the whole AmiHacks team to have you all join us on the grand finale of AmiHacks 2021, the software edition. Thank you so much everyone for joining. Thank you so much to all the teams for being so cooperative. Thank you, Dr. Manoj sir, for being here, and thank you to our faculty coordinators for being so cooperative with us. Dr. Madhuri ma'am and Dr. Sujata ma'am, would you like to give a final bit?
Khushi, I would request all the jury members to give their feedback on this organization of software edition of AmiHacks. So I request all of you to kindly give feedback so that we can improve on the next version of it.
Where's the feedback form, Doctor?
So you can please say here, and we are recording it, and I think we will listen to each and every words that you say, and we will definitely improve. Yes.
Sure.
So it would be great if you all can just give a final words about this hackathon, and that would mean a lot for all of us and for the whole team to improve better the next time.
So we can start with Mr. Bharadwaj. He was the one asking the question always first.
All right. Thank you very much. No, I'm amazed and surprised. A lot of effort teams have done. Obviously, they had a lot of ideas. And I always like when students in the college days, they try experiment rather than just follow the instruction and what is given to them. Uh, Obviously, that gives them a lot of opportunity down the line, to think through and also, implement in the real world. So it's very well organized, obviously, event, and I'm sure perhaps participants were under pressure. Sometimes they were rushing through. My suggestion to all of them would be just take a break, take maybe 10-20 seconds to explain what they are trying to achieve rather than, punching in so much information because we are all non-starters. Maybe they know exactly what they are doing, but all of us are not. But I would say that, a lot of work has gone in, I'm sure. I'm sure one of them would be winner, but this is just at this point in time based upon 3 minutes what we understood and what we asked. Maybe we may have missed a lot of information, a lot of hard work that each one of them have would have put in. So I'm sorry if somebody is in the middle, somebody is at the top. This is just a part of life, right? So don't worry about whosoever is winner. In my view, all of you and those who participated earlier, they are all winner because you have taken initiative, you have thought through something, and I'm sure it'll go a long way. In general, what I have learned in the past, technology is just a tool, but how we use the technology in the real life is the most important. And that's, I think some of you have done really very well. It's not necessarily that, we use the latest and the brightest tool, even the simple tool, even though it is old, if we can make the real life problems easy, those are the best. So thank you very much to all the faculty members for having me here and all the students once again. So big hooray for all of you, those who participated and made great products. Thank you.
Thank you,
so
Mr.
much,
Abhi.
sir.
Can we have Dr. Amit Roy give us the talk about what is his views on today's event, please?
Well, good afternoon, all of you. It was nice to meet all of the esteemed judges and all the faculty members, and of course to my dear students. Been in academic for last many years. What I have found that when I was student, the most problematic thing was on the theory and less practical. Now, this kind of an event gives you a hands-on experience on practical aspect, and I'm also very glad to see that the students are really focusing on machine learning. And as we know that AI is the next big wave where AI will control the defense as well as economic, banking sector. So, and unfortunately, India is lagging behind in the innovation quotient of artificial intelligence. Just like China or US, they are just moving ahead. So this is the right time where a student needs to burn their hands on the various AI aspect, be it in application side or in the algorithmic development. And I liked most of the entry were touching somewhere machine learning. So I think that the students are in right hand. The teachers are giving them a good direction. So congratulations to both teachers of and the mentors of the students, and as well as student as well. So I think it's a right good start, and I'm really happy to see that we are in the right hand.
Thank you, sir. Can I request everyone to please turn on their cameras so that we can have a picture of, so it's a memory, which all of us will keep with us, that all of us have gathered on this day and discussed on so many aspects. Yes, please, all the student participants, the jury members, kindly turn on your cameras. We will have few photographs. All the students, please turn on your cameras. And meanwhile, I think we can go for the next judge, Dr. Madhuri.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Dr. Roy. Sorry, you have brought out multi dimensions of this event, the technology. the domain that was touched by our participants. The participation dimension, you will be happy to know that we also had school fellows, that is K-12. I mean, the students from 12th standard, 10th, 12th standard also participating this. So we are understanding how this technology is actually penetrating very soon, right from a young age. And then also the global dimension of this event, we have seen participation from across the world, and one of the finalists was also from Malaysia. So that is something that I would also would like to put on record. So thank you so much for being part of this evening. May I request Mr. Ritesh Mishra to kindly give few words. Mr. Ritesh Mishra.
Good evening, everyone. It is a very good effort, and I encourage the budding coders. I thank the organizer, a very well effort, and faculty behind this, and looking forward for more such events in the future. And I thank you again for inviting me here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mishra. Thank you again. I would acknowledge real coders were very open in terms of supporting us for this AmiHack, and thank you so much. Thank you to CEO Mr. Ravi Singh ji, and a special mention to him. So kindly convey our thanks to him. Over to Mr. Narayanan Neelkanteshwaran. We have been actually catching you since long. He is very enthusiastic person, taking IoT into construction and manufacturing industry, and not only IoT, I mean all the technology, AI, ML. He has been calling me multiple times that why don't you connect me to your incubator? Why don't you connect me to your head who can actually take up the industry problems and give it to students? So thank you, sir. Thank you for sparing this evening with us. Over to Mr. Neelkanteshwaran.
Yeah, so very nice platform and well organized, I would say. Good team effort from the university side in putting together this kind of a event, and well coordinated, I would say. Probably the teams can be asked to come up with pre-recorded material, and that can be pre-loaded and presented for their own sake, because we have seen some disruptions, not just here, but in every event that we go through. So if there can be a learning from this and application in the next edition, because online events are going to remain. So we'll have to evolve and maybe put the students only on the job of moving up to the next level of seamless presentations and seamless conduct of events. So this itself can be a one-year task for the students to come up with a much better edition next time, right? So that we can set the benchmark high and make the students work to achieve that benchmark, right? So they will also get some enthusiasm, because we have had more than 1 year of online meetings, and the certainty of presentations and clarity of presentations is always a concern, particularly when we have even board level meetings. We see every day there are always you'll have to pray at some point of time. You better to pray also and ensure that the meet and presentation goes off smoothly, right? So can we get some IoT technology also into that prayer? Can we get some improvement in that ecosystem? So that is one thing that we can definitely see as an improvement. And I liked the presentations in terms of the thought processes and in terms of the content, well structured. What we need to do, as I keep saying again and again, ma'am, is take the next steps, right? So you have a bunch of students who are enthusiastic and are exploratory, but how do you bring them to the industry, and how do you channelize their energies into an incubation center, and from the incubation center to industry? So as I said, we are ready to partner on mechanization and digitization, the Kalpataru group as a whole, and whether it is the power transmission business or the construction business, right? So we are ready to partner with institutes and take the next step towards industry institute partnership. And if you want this mask up as an example, right? This is an initiative from this university itself, right? So if it is to be taken up for exploration for introduction in a corporate level, can we try it out? I am ready to try it out, right? So I am ready to provide you that opportunity. If you want to engage with us, you are welcome to do so. So I have office premise, I have a project site premise, I can offer that, right? But there has to be a facilitation and incubation and a promotion center, and so we need to engage on that. That's my input. Well done, and well organized, I would say. That's all.
Thank you, sir. Actually, Amity University, we give a lot of stress on innovation and entrepreneurship. So we have separate departments like Amity Innovation and Design Center, which I am heading, and we also have Amity Center for Entrepreneurship Development, along with the incubator that is in-housed in the campus itself. So students get a lot of opportunity to work with us on the projects that we have, and they get a lot of mentoring from us as well. So, sir, definitely we will collaborate with you and look forward to take up few technologies that the students are currently working on, sir.
Thank you so much, Dr. Pandey, and thank you so much, Neelkanteshwaran, sir. So we are so motivated, and thank you for motivating our students and all the participants and giving the positive feedback. And I think that is the way to take it up and improve. And you have already given us a target for the next edition. And we promise you that next time when we meet again, you will find that some of the points will definitely be addressed. So with that note, over to Ms. Veena.
We want to meet in the campus, actually, not like this as it's
Sir
wrong,
is sitting in Mumbai. Yeah, Mr. Neelkanteshwaran is sitting in his Mumbai office, and definitely we are always pushing him. And that once we are totally open, we will definitely want you to meet in person, sir. Yeah. So with that note, over to Ms. Veena for her quick views on this event. Yeah, Ms. Veena. We cannot hear.
Really enjoy. Hello. Am I audible now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you so much for having me here. Really excited to see. We do this in our organizations, but seeing students coming up with such an innovative ideas, and that to real time thinking about current situation and help was really, really connecting them to the real world, right? Um, uh, Thinking beyond the box is the key, and that was thought process. Suggestion would be to we understand that 24 hours is not POC or have a demoable project, but if this can take these at least the finalists to see that they are taking the project to completeness and what is coming out of it, and helping mentors helping them to take it to the next level, I think will really help. What we see that the ideas are there, some POC is done, and then we lose the focus there. So that would be my suggestion. I think will help for the completeness. In organizations, it is easy because you have the team there, so we work with them to take it to completion. But I understand this is a challenge, right? They are from different world, different teams, different organizations. But a great effort, really hats off and kudos to the team of MET and across it in this virtual world. It's not easy. I totally agree with Narayan and Mr. Narayanan. So kudos and thank you so much for having us here.
Thank you, Ms. Veena, for the inputs. And We wish that we should, and we hope that these finalists will definitely be taken up for mentoring, and we will take them to the next level. So with that note, may I have our last jury member, Mr. Kapil Maharotra, for his kind words, please. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I like to first of all congratulate to everyone, uh, those who were the part of this uh, Amity hackathon, and special mention to the team which was working day night to make this successful at the back end. And my special congratulations to all the winners, those who have qualified for the final round. And see, it is irrespective. Numbers are just a game. I mean, but you all were the winner because you have qualified for the final round, and you all are the winner. And believe me, it was very difficult to judge them, all the performances. The reason is because everyone was very innovative and they were having very strong ideas. And the best part, which I liked it, all were very confident. And whatever they were presenting, they were very confident, and so much research I can see they have done it. Uh, some small inputs which I want to give. I mean, some of the team members, like they have to basically little bit if they can tune up, they will be the best. I mean, one of the performance which I like very much, which is Tech Nights and Alpha and everyone. I mean, the name which I liked it, the coders, zero bugs, mask up, right? See, the name itself represents something. I mean, they have done a lot of research, and they were as the name they were pronouncing here, they were showcasing their projects there. So all the best to everyone, and good luck. And somewhere we will see you again. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Kapil. I think with this online, definitely the world has shrunk, and we will definitely be meeting again and again. Thank you once again for all the valuable words from the jury panel. Now, the software edition of AmiHack cannot be complete without words from our respected joint head, Dr. Manoj Pandey, sir. Dr. Manoj Pandey is heading Amity School of Engineering and Technology. So, sir, over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Madhuri. Thank you. And first of all, my sincere regards to all our judges and those who have patiently listened and gone through all the ideas of the students, and they have spared their valuable time this evening, and they were here throughout time to do the assessment. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, to do the assessment. Thank you very much to all. And someday we would like you to invite our campus. And it's a philosophy of our honorable founder president, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan and Dr. Atul K. Chauhan, that all those who are connected one way or two other way to MET, they become the METian. So welcome to the MET fraternity. Thank you very much for joining this evening. And if you talk about the events, the ideas this afternoon, I am amazed when I see the student, the person like Vaibhav Sharma. Vaibhav, will you please turn on your camera once again? Vaibhav Sharma, and then the Tushar and others. This is really amazing the way they are proceeding in their career, and the way they are innovating, the way they are conceiving the ideas and executing their ideas into the reality. My best wishes, my congratulations to all the participants this evening. And ideas and creativity, that will produce the new things in Y. And right now the whole world is looking for the computational solution of every problem. And now, since we had just gone through an unprecedented situation just back, and with this our ambitions has become more ambition in terms of finding out the solution of the problems. You know, before the COVID situation, our country was suffering, and we are not having sufficient even producing the mask and PPE kits. And after COVID, we are exporting these things. So this is the power of our innovation. This is the power of our country. And thinking and innovation do not, it's a boundless, and it is in nature. And without, now my appeal will be to all, without, let us innovate, let us think, let us create new things without disturbing the environment much, because the sustainability quotient should be there in all innovations and all the new things that we are having. And so far as the boundaries of the innovation concerned is boundless. In our great Granth, Ramayana, you all have gone through the Ramayana and everybody knows about the Ramayana. In Ramayana, there is a prasang when someone is asking to Sri Ram to tell us about the boundaries of what all can be possible in the world. Then Sri Ram has replied, whatever you can imagine, it can be realized. So imagine, think, and that is possible. You can make it possible. So my congratulations and best wishes to all the participants and this afternoon, and a long career is waiting for you. So keep it up. Thank you very much. Thank you all on behalf of MET fraternity. I again thank you all for your valuable time this evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for
Dr. Madhuri.
Yes, thank you so much, sir. That was indeed to the point and a lot of motivation. I think for the benefit of audience, would like to mention the reason why Dr. Pandey, sir, asked Vaibhav Sharma to switch on his camera is that he is the youngest of the finalists. He is from school as against others who are from college or university. So he is still yet to embark his journey in the bachelor's degree. So that's the special mention for Vaibhav Sharma. Many congratulations, and again, great motivation day for all the finalists. And I am sure that you will be waiting with all eagerness for the final result. But as mentioned by all the jury panels, the results are there. You know, we have to be talking about first, second, third, but each one of you daring to be part of this event by yourself are the winners. So with that note, uh, I think if I don't put on record, a great thanks to our student organizer. I think a big applause to our student organizer. We are all here, and whatever we have been witnessing for the 48 hours, last 48 hours, they were all awake, and I mean it, they were all awake, working for AmiHacks, even though it was an online edition, but getting 450 plus entry, that is, I